Hey guys, what it do? It's your boy Supreme Cheer the God, man. We just read a new Lookism Chapter 185 or 285. I'm tripping. 285, man. I both hated and liked the chapter. No, I hated this chapter. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I disliked this chapter. I hated the layout first and foremost, and I hated what happened between Daniel and Gunn. It takes away all the mystique. It takes away so much of what made somebody like Gun and Goo interesting. You know what I'm saying? By having Daniel, who got beat by Jerry, almost beat Gun, is just, it's strange. He broke his arm and he was on top of him, and then he woke up and he was winning until he woke up, and it's like, and Gun said he has the same ability, but Gun's ability should be way higher considering he's just a way better fighter, and he didn't even get unconscious to fight Daniel. So he said he's able to do it, but he didn't even get to that. And I don't know, it felt like a Mary Sue moment, man. It felt like he just pulled some shit out of his ass crack. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like it when it first happened against Jerry, and now that it happened to this extended period of time, I hate it even more. And the examples they had used, like Junior Dos Santos, Junior's got absolutely pummeled. You can't fight like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't fight like what? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not expecting realism, but the established world and its rules are being broken, and not broken in like a smart way where it's like, oh shit, but like it makes sense if they break it this way. It's just being broken and thrown out the window. Like, the established rules was a fight. It's all about who is stronger, faster, better technique. Like, there was so many steps ahead. Johan is supposed to be way stronger than Daniel right now, so it doesn't make sense that he's giving way more trouble to Gun than Jake did. What? Like, it was a really disappointing chapter. It really disappointed me. My least favorite chapter throughout the whole thing. It took away all the allure, man. You can't build up somebody like Gun for this long and have somebody like Olly who looked like insane of a beast, and then have who couldn't even feel pain, and then have Daniel be the one. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Horrendous. I hated this chapter, man. And I was enjoying so much of this arc, man. I was enjoying so much of what was happening, bro. This was building up to be something phenomenal, bro. And like the way it was starting and finding out about James Lee and all that stuff, it seemed so intriguing. But this takes the cake, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is only me complaining about the first half of the goddamn chapter. The second half of the chapter, just, come on. That should have been a completely separate chapter. They should have finished this fight in the last chapter if this is how they're going to do it. Because it's so brash. It's so all over the place. The way it goes from one mood to the next. It just doesn't feel natural. I didn't even care about the second half of the chapter. I was still teaming. I was still pissed off about what just happened in the first half of the chapter. I knew that he was going to wake up, but come on. You're going to have him really break Gun's hand and essentially dominate Gun? Come on, fam. There's no suspense now. There's zero suspense now. When did he suddenly just get this ability? It's not the first time he's been beat. Like, what? Man, I'm frustrated. I'm very frustrated, and I'm very disappointed, man. And it can't be changed now. They can't remedy that now. They can't fucking go back and rewrite that shit now. That shit put a sour taste in my mouth, man. Come on, you build up Goo and Gun for this long, just to really end it like this. You build these motherfuckers up for almost 200 chapters, just to really end it like this. Are you serious? Like, seriously, bro. And like, I don't want to sound ungrateful. You know what I'm saying? The author has done an amazing work. I love 90% of what he's done this here. But I'm just criticizing it as not only a fan, but just in terms of just literature, bro. It just doesn't add up. It does not add up that the story is going up, crashing. Just the last chapter you showed Goose scaring the shit out of like like a whole group of goddamn like goddamn bodyguards, private bodyguards. So you know they gotta have a high freaking resume. By himself, scaring like 5 of those motherfuckers. Yes, Daniel has a special body, but we always knew that the interesting part of the story would be him learning how to control his ability, and him learning how to master his body and push it to the next limit, and him realizing that yes, by training his regular body, his other body actually gets way, way stronger. This dude ain't been doing nothing. We didn't see his training arc. We didn't see him rise up and beat somebody stronger and then beat somebody stronger and beat somebody stronger. He just skipped everybody, lost against everybody, and went to the final boss and essentially won. That's what happened. It's like watching let's say, well, let's think of what's a top villain. Okay, it's like Naruto versus, let's say, Madara, right? Naruto versus Madara. He doesn't even bother going to Sage Mode. Right? He doesn't go to Mount Fuji, whatever, and learns all that shit. He doesn't fight Pain. He doesn't fight any other Akatsuki member. He fights, like, he loses, actually, against all these guys, right? Which, I mean, he did lose against Pain, technically, but whatever. But he loses against everybody. But he doesn't ever win. All the way up until, against, like, the tough guys, you know what I'm saying? And it's implied that he's weaker than a lot of these guys. And then straight away, Madara pops up, already goddamn with the Renegon and everything, right? He pops up, and then Naruto gets beat up, right? And then he just awakens all the, like, not just the Nine Tails, right? So let's say he never had the Nine Tails. That's actually a better example. Let's say Naruto is never shown he had the Nine Tails beast. Never ever talked about it. He won fights, he lost a bunch of fights, right? Then he loses, and then he's up against the final boss, essentially, right? Or the most hyped up boss, Madara, for example, right? Kaguya ended up being the final boss. This is kind of similar, let's say, right? Madara pulls up, man. He's wrecked everybody, including Naruto, already, right? And then Naruto gets knocked out, and now a Nine-Tailed Beast pops out, even though the whole series has never been a Nine-Tailed Beast. Come on, man. Come on, man. Why? Who thought this was a good idea? Who's working with this man and told him this is a good idea? Let this man wake up from unconsciousness and be stronger than he is when he's conscious. Like, what? There's no established lore within the story itself that showcases that until literally the past 10 chapters. Like, how you just gonna throw this side field shit out of nowhere? Like, how you just gonna switch the whole way you've been writing the story just like this? Come on, man. I'm frustrated. I don't even want to talk about the second half of this goddamn chapter, man. The second half of this chapter with one MC or whatever. Like, what? One MC apparently has something to do with James Lee and has something to do with how Daniel is so powerful and stuff like that and yada yada yada. Oh man, I don't know. I just hated this chapter so much, man. The second half even annoyed me more because I felt like I was so dissatisfied by the first half. It soured everything I could even think about in the second half. The second half is basically about these two people from from Hostel that basically, they basically like became online stars and they got signed by one MC or whatever. But again, that's kind of weird. One MC is only kind of popping off now, considering like we've had the whole arc of like people doing online stuff, and one MC I don't remember ever being mentioned. So it's like, I don't know, man. It feels like some stuff is just being pulled out of the ass. I don't know. And this new guy, we have this new guy. His name is CEO. So I don't know. That seems interesting, I suppose. We got the guys are looking for a job. It looks like. That's, I don't know if they're there to support the two girls that are getting a deal, or if they're there looking for a job themselves. But you got the whole Hostel family there with Eli and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know why? That's why Eli's story was so satisfying, because he lost against Olly. You know what I'm saying? That's what made it so satisfying. And I feel like Daniel has the worst arc in the whole damn series himself. How can Daniel, the best character, have the worst arc, like, currently? You know what I'm saying? Early on, he had the best arc, easily. You know what I'm saying? Early on, he had a phenomenal arc because he was going through some mental traumas and going through how he treated his mom and going through how he felt body shamed and going through all these things about Lookism, which this show hasn't even been about for I don't know how long now. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just very disappointed, man. I'm very disappointed. Look, I was with it when he did a few outlandish things, but this took the cake for it, man. It was too much build up, way too much anticipation. It felt like a Game of Thrones things. You know what I'm saying? Game of Thrones season 8 shit. You know what I'm saying? Where it was like, bro, like all this anticipation and this is what you gonna give us? Like really? Man, I don't even want to moan for much longer, so I think I'm gonna end the video there, guys. I'm sorry that the mood isn't the way I wanted it to be. Like, I was so hyped for this chapter. Maybe I overhyped it for myself. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe you guys think this is all seems logistical. It all makes sense. I should have seen it coming. I'm just dumb. You know what I'm saying? Like, I almost said the R word, but you know what I'm saying? So, look, it is what it is, man. But honestly, I didn't like this chapter, man. Hi, leave a like, leave a comment, or dislike, and subscribe if you're about that lifestyle, man. It's been your boy, Super Cheer to God. We're only 13 subscribers away from 300. Guys, you guys are amazing. You know what I'm saying? 2 days ago, I think we're 17, 18 away, and now we're only 13 away. So I know we got this. You know what I'm saying? By the end of May, we definitely gonna be on that next level. It's been your boy, Super Cheer to God, man. Make sure to turn off your showering on before you accidentally genzo to the world. I'm out.